Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. It's season 19, round 10. We are at Silverstone today. What a great track. I know I say it every week, but I love Silverstone. It is a home track for me. I won't be racing today, but I am on comms. And you can see on the screen that, yeah, this is based in the UK. England, to be precise. It has 4-1 sectors, 3 sectors, and features everything you would want out of a classic racetrack. It's got left turns, it's got right turns, it's got hairpins, it has straights. There's plenty of places to overtake here, and yeah, sometimes we see a lot of the wet stuff in Silverstone. We do tend to get a lot of wet stuff over here. Tire selection will be soft, medium, hard. You can see the delta difference on screen there. Probably one stop strategy today to be expected. But as I say, could be inters, could be full wets. Let's get down to the session, but before we do, I want to introduce my co-commentator. It is Fedivara. Welcome, Fedivara. How are you, sir?
Yeah, thank you, Chief. I'm very good. Thank you. But yeah, I just heard one of the best description of track of all time. It got corners, it got hairpin, it got straight. So,
uh,
but yeah, aside from that,
thank you.
I agree with you. It's a great track. It's a historic track. So yeah, it used to be a military camp. You knew that. Oh, and we're going. Oh no, that's formation left. Yeah, I'm sorry. But yeah, it used to be military camp, training camp. Did you know that?
Yep, used to be an airfield. Did you
Yeah,
know that?
airfield, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
I knew because actually I went to the Silverstone Museum when I've gone to Scotland and I could make a stop in Silverstone and I went there, so I kind of
excellent.
knew the, the history of Silverstone.
Wow, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. You should know all about this track, so I'm expecting you to drop some knowledge bombs today, Fedivara.
Well, it's your home Grand Prix, but yeah, for sure I will.
Fedivar, do you want to just talk to us? I mean, we're seeing wet conditions for the sprint race, but just tell us about the sprint format today. What can we expect?
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, yeah, of course, we got the spring race, which should be very interesting because, it's reverse grid. So you can see we got Joel in P1, so, and Tilda, so it should be an interesting one. And then, well, quali, we don't know what the weather will be like, but we might expect some rain. So I think, yeah, Silverstone usually, yeah, the weather is a little bit crazy, but we know how it is, and you know how it is the weather in UK. So, but I think it should be, yeah, very exciting also in terms of racing and overtaking. I think, yeah, Silverstone probably, yeah, one of the greatest tracks we've got in the calendar, also in the real F1.
Yeah, we're seeing the cars just driving down the Hanger Straight. That is one of the main opportunities for overtaking. You get DRS all the way down there, coming out of Maggots Beckett's, which is another
Yeah,
notorious
we
corner.
we might be seeing some crazy overtakes into cups, in this condition. It would be quite funny and exciting to see if it's gonna happen.
Yeah, and it's going to be exciting to see how long Joel holds on to P1 with 9 laps in the sprint race. Can he take it
Yeah,
to the end on
how
Enders?
I would say, how many corners do you think he's gonna make?
I don't want to be
No,
cruel, but
yeah,
this is a home track for Joel. Let's support him for
yeah.
his
Honestly,
endeavor
I'm
here.
cheering for Joel. Yeah, let's not be, impartial. So, do you want to make the start, or do I make it?
Yeah, you go for it, Fadivar.
Okay, you never want to do the tough job, so let's go. The lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights for the start of Silverstone Grand Prix. So we've got now starting the race with the sprint race with Joel getting side by side with Tilda. Quite a good start for both of them side by side. And yeah, Joel just bring home the P1 into turn one. And we're seeing some fights with Christian and Persegile, I think. No, I think it's all fine, but Persegile going to the inside of the Ascent. Oh, we got some wheel spinning behind with the Alpine of Tasto, but it's looking quite clean for everyone else. I think there is just the Ferrari Persegile and Jonty fighting, but apart from that, I think it was quite clean. No DNFs and no incidents.
Yeah, some very close racing in the midfield. Oh, and the Ferrari had to get out of the way there. He was about to ram into one of the cars in front. Yeah, there's a lot going
Oh, he
on.
just got perseguted. Yeah, might have front wing damage. He doesn't by the look of his car, but just going to the grab. And yeah, behind we're actually looking for some fight, but let's see now. We got Cunito Flash side by side with Huge. No, it wasn't. So no overtakes into cops. Maybe Jamie with Janov, I think. Oh yeah, Jamie just losing a few places. So yeah, no incidents, and that's always good to see. And Joel actually pulling away from Tilda.
Yeah, it's a good opportunity with all the fighting going on behind him for him to build a bit of a gap up front as Tisto is making his way through the field again. He was last on the last lap there after
Yeah,
that
there is
incident.
also Tuch going to the youngest trade. Yeah, just going for the overtake, and yeah, now Tuch already into P2. So that's gonna be a tough job for Joel now.
Yeah, and Tuj, as we know, is a very strong driver. Could take it to the end, could win this one, but there's a lot of very fast drivers making their way through the field. I see Christian's got himself up to P11 as Joel sets the fastest lap on lap number 2.
Yeah, I mean, for the overtakes, especially in wet condition, even if you're slower than the car behind chasing you, it's not very easy to overtake. You don't have the DRS, you feel the dirty air behind, so a little bit on the steez, so it won't be impossible for Joel to defend his position, but it's gonna be quite tough. 7 laps to go, so
And we've got
good luck
Speedy going
for
side by
Joel.
side with Tuna into this left-hander, fast left-hander, and then the right-hander's coming up. So who will have the inside line? It's Speedy, but Tuna hanging around the outside. And yeah, that wet line cost him on grip there. So Speedy keeps P7 for now, but Tuna is all over his rear. Jamie as well. Lots of fast guys, and Christian up to P10 as well. He's part of this midfield pack, jostling for position, and it's only lap 2 of 9.
Yeah, I think no, Tucci is so close to Joel. I think Joel already got 2 warnings. I saw him going wide twice, but yeah, now Tucci, I think he's probably gonna go free. But also, Julie is deploying every single drop of his battery, so he might not get the overtake right now. But yeah, as I said earlier, with this kind of weather, you can manage to recover some battery. But I think that's not gonna be the case for Joel. Just trying to go a little bit later on the breaks, and they're actually side by side, T
Ooh.
and Joel. You can see how much he's sliding also the outside, and yeah, T just getting his place, and now he's into P1.
Yeah, Joel down to P2, Tilda down to P4. McKender is in P3. He's the one to keep an eye on. But Tuj, this is a great opportunity for him just to build up that gap a little bit, protect himself. It is a shorter race, and yeah, he just needs to keep the pedal to the metal. As Christian jostling for position there in P10. There's a lot going on here. I'm trying my best to keep abreast of everything that's going on, but there's a car off track I'm heading. It might have been Jamie. Took a brief excursion off track, but I'll keep on with Christian here as he has a great view of the racing that is happening ahead. Lots of guys here trying to get some work done, but there's so many guys that are faster than the guy ahead on pure pace, but just unable to pass in these conditions.
Yeah, I'm just taking a look at the drivers championship, and I can see that yeah, Christian today not racing, but he's got 174 points. Oh, I mean, we're just seeing the
Oh, Joel's
Williams of
off.
Joel
Joel is
going
off.
wide.
Yeah,
Oh my God,
he's
what's
struggling.
happened?
Yeah, I think he was going
Yeah,
side by side for Magus Baggets, but
oh no, yeah,
he's
he's
done at
dropped to
P10.
P10. Yeah. But I was just seeing that, yeah, Christian not racing today, and he's got 174 points, and Persegiri 138. So we might. Oh no, yeah, Christian is racing now. He's P9. So yeah, we probably see Christian today crowned as the Tier 1 champion.
Yeah, it looks likely. Yeah, I think he needs something like 4 points more than his competitor Noah. Touj
Yeah,
again,
yeah.
fastest lap there. So yeah, that was great. Touj played his cards right there. He's got clear air. He's built up that gap to almost 3 seconds as we get our first time penalty from Tisto. So I think Touj. I mean, if he has a very very fast guy behind him, but Touj is also very fast. And look at that! Look at that gaggle behind Tilda. They are desperate to get by. Cognito Flash is the first guy behind, but it also got Janab. Jamie getting passed by Speedy there. They're going side by side into this fast left-hander.
Yeah, but actually, you can see like on the rain how easy it is to recover, battery and then just using everything on the straight. So it's literally impossible to the others. If you're not making consistent and big mistakes, it's just quite impossible to overtake. So yeah, I think just still, other 5 laps to go. It's not gonna be easy against these guys, but it's not gonna be impossible.
Yeah, a podium would be a great result for him today, but as you say, a very difficult task ahead. We're just about at the halfway point of the race here. And you're just saying about ERS here. I always struggled in these conditions to use my ERS because I was more focused on just keeping control of the car because it just felt so loose. As we got Jamie making a position here up to P5. That was at the end of the Hanger Straight, so he is making waves here. A home track advantage for him as
Yeah, but
well.
you were mentioning the RS and being, scared to make any mistakes on track, but you might get the opposite, the opposite effect with Tilda right now because he's defending, but also he wants to recover some ERS. So by doing that, by selecting none, he's just not watching, what he's doing on track and could make some mistakes. And that's probably, what happened to Joel. He went wide. He was maybe, looking for his ERS and everything, and he made mistakes. So
Yeah, and look, we've got a
probably
battle here for P4, Jamie and Cognito Flash. I almost said his name right there. Almost said his name
yeah,
right.
Conejeto, yeah,
Yeah, Cornetto Flash. Uh,
yeah, that's a lot better.
so Jamie up to P4, but I tell you what, McKender's had the fastest lap that last lap round, and look at the gap down from 2.8 to 1.8. Um, also we got someone in chat. We love Tilda in this household.
Oh,
Feta is a
McAndrew,
bit quiet.
wow, that was quite close. Justin Copsey touched the white line, and he was about to spin, so that was a very nice save for him. Yeah, you can see here Tilda how much he's struggling to pair to Jamie. And yeah, I think now for Jamie, I think that's the chance for him, just 3/10 of cap, but Tilda is not even deploying batteries, so it might be very low wings. I don't know, but is Jamie gonna try in the inside? No, that's too risky for him. But yeah, Tilda just not deploying battery, just not going wide, probably broke a little bit too late, and yeah, he might have got a warning there.
Yeah, it's a tricky spot for Tilda. He doesn't want to overdrive the car, but he's very aware of some very fast guys coming through behind him. They're probably on outright right pace, quite a lot quicker than him. But in these conditions, he does have a chance of holding on to this podium, and he's doing a great job, as you said. But Jamie is making him work for it, making him sweat, and this is where you tend to make mistakes, especially in these conditions.
Yeah, I mean, now I think it's gonna be so much difficult for Tilda. He's got, yeah, 46% of battery, and Tilda, you can see just with the dirt here, just going wide, having a little bit of wheel spin, and, he can't overtake him. As long as Tilda doesn't make a serious, mistake, it's just gonna be impossible. You can see how much more speed he carries compared to Tilda.
Ooh, and we got Christian and Janab banging wheels coming out of the hairpin there. And Christian is eager to get by. He's got his teammate right by him for a bit of support. But yeah, Christian up to P8, so back into the points he goes. Oh, and there's a bit of side by side going through Cops Corner. That was Speedy and Noah. And
Oh,
yeah, heading on the exit as well. So they made it through alive, but they lost a bit of time from that incident.
Konieto Flash got 3 seconds of penalty. And now we got once again, Jamie, I think he might have a little bit more battery than Tilda, but he's gonna try the dive bump. No, he can't just, you don't have that much grip, on the inside.
Oh, he's going
So
for it now. He's going for it now. He might try and get him under braking here. It's going to be... Oh, and Tilda goes very deep there, almost anticipating the move. And almost... Yeah, he kind of opened the door there and kept it wide open for Jamie to get through. So Jamie up to P3, but way off P2. And it looks like 2's just got that gap under control as well. Fedeva 1.9 is the gap, and we have 2 laps left after this one. shout out the Dutch
Wait a
band,
second.
by the way.
No, sorry. Yeah. Tell me. Sorry, I
Uh,
was
yeah,
muted.
Eversnacks has said, can we shout out the Dutch ban for not letting him participate today? So, shout out Dutch. I thought
Ooh,
he said Dutch Dan. Like, huh?
touchdown. Yeah. What? Yeah.
Oh,
Well, snacks today. It's Dutch. Oh yeah, for not to let me participate. Yeah. Well, actually, snacks today. Yeah. Asked me to commentate. He was desperate. Yesterday
he's
evening.
always desperate, that
So. Yeah. He said no, but no, he said, I've got plenty of option, but you need to be, commentate this race.
man. He's very
But
persuasive as well, yeah. Desperate and
yeah.
persuasive, that's the best.
Yeah,
Com-
also during the races always crying. So, you know,
oh, jeez.
that's that's probably one characteristic of Max, Being faster, 3 seconds to everyone else, but still saying, he's slow. Oh, just 3 seconds of penalty, so yeah, we just seen huge, Mechanical kind of gaps quite stabilized between these two drivers. 1.8, 1.9 second the gap. But yeah, we got also
Oh,
Jamie
Tuna
Piazza.
almost losing the car there. He's picked up a bit of dirty air from Tilda, and was looking like he was setting Tilda up for a move, but yeah, through the corners, losing the back end, almost crashing out. Good save there from Tuna, who's currently in P4. That allows Tilda a little bit of breathing room. We may see Tilda take this P4, but Tuna's on to him.
Yeah, I mean also now, yeah, rain is getting lighter. You can see drivers are improving their lap times. But yeah, lap 8 to 9, I don't think we're gonna get many overtakes now. But we got Persiggin not very speedy. I don't know, like P7 on the sprint race. How many points there? But I'm just seeing an overtakes on through cops. That's no with Jenab, I think. So yeah, they're still side by side there, but yeah, Noah just said
Ooh.
to let him through because that was very risky. Just so from the speedy POV, the overtake, just Noah trying to go into the inside, and that was like going for everything or nothing because it was quite a risky move, especially in these conditions. But yeah, I was just about to say, I don't know if Christian with a P7 is gonna be crowned Tier 1 champion. That's gonna be back to back for McLaren. Not for Christian as last season. Yeah, Bailey was the Tier 1 champion, but it was still driving a McLaren. So you can see that Duel was the most dominant car of this year. That's for sure.
Yeah, it just edges him closer to the title, which he should pick up in the main race unless he DNFs or has a
Ooh,
stinker.
just you can see Konieto Flash taking the curb so heavily, and yeah, it was just about to destroy the floor of his car. But we can see now Christian going for the overtake, and I think P6 should be enough for him already from the sprint race to be Tier 1 champion.
It could well
So
be,
how many
yeah.
points are P6? Do you have any clue? You don't.
No.
Okay, great. So we'll see
It's more
at the
than
end of
one,
this
I know that.
race. Yeah, thank you.
There's a lot
Yeah,
going
just
on here
seeing.
actually, I'm just seeing a lot of stuff happening on stream. What is
Yeah,
it?
there's Tuna and Tilda now. They're very close, and Tuna just already deploying every bit of his battery. But I don't know, is TTRS enabled? I don't think so. So Tuna might get that P4 in at home, but you can see how much he's struggling to traction. So now Tuna just trying to get all the slips in that he can. Is he gonna try the dive bomb into the inside? No, it doesn't. But yeah, Tilda's still struggling so much, and you can see how
Oh!
much better traction Tuna's got. So are they gonna be side by side? These still are gonna try to get the position back? No, it doesn't. But yeah, meanwhile, Huge wins the sprint race with McAnder. P2, Jamie, P3. We can see a little bit of a crash between McAnder and Jamie, I think that was. And yeah, Tuna bringing the car in
Oh!
P4.
Yeah,
Oh, and Persigili 10-second of penalty for severe collision with Kit.
yeah, a
So
lot
I
of very
think
close racing
Christian
there.
is actually, I think Christian is actually Tier 1 champion. Oh, Snacks just said did Tilda forget to put the wings on the car? Well, I think it's and Christian, no, 3 points.
Oh, 1 point in it then.
Yeah, one
Uh,
point.
yeah, I think that's the case. Eversnacks can check for us. I think he's good with numbers, but yeah, it looks like Christian. If he hasn't picked it up, he's just about to because we're about to head to the main race. But before that, short quali. So it'll give the guys an opportunity just to settle down a little bit, take a breather. That was quite a lot of action in the sprint race, as always. You'd love to see it. And yeah, Christian, the big story is he picks up 3 points. Tuj winning the race. McKender, fellow Finn, P2, and Jamie in his home race, P3. Tuna doing well to get past Tilda in the dying moments of the racing. Yeah, Christian at the P6. I think there was something happened there in the finish line as well. I think it was jaunty and not very speedy crossing the line. Pretty much, um, yeah, photo finish for them. And when I think of photo finishes, I always think of Zandvoort, two teammates
Between
in
me and
particular.
Gerla.
Yeah, that was very controversial. It was,
Oh, yeah, you remember that I reported the incident? Yeah, well, the
yeah,
incident, I reported the matter, but I remember that time, I asked Tuna, should I report that? And he told me there is no way, they're gonna change the finish order. But I actually did it and they changed it, so
that's right.
yeah, that was. I
So,
was in BC, obviously, with Gerla, and I said, I'm sorry, mate, but I'm gonna report
yeah.
that.
That was a big moment, yeah. Especially because your
Yeah,
teammates, it just added an extra tension to it. It was like, oh,
yeah, because I was like, I'm gonna report. I said, yeah, well, actually, we were fighting for the championship. Then we got, we got
right, okay, yeah,
into
yeah,
tier
yeah,
one.
whatever.
Yeah, we got kicked.
Oh
From,
wait,
oh
oh
my
yeah,
god,
okay.
what's that?
Yeah, we're
Oh,
gonna
they have to
restart
change.
this session,
Okay,
yeah,
yeah,
to go to
yeah,
short
yeah.
quality.
Okay, yeah. So we're gonna quit or?
I wonder if I think they might use this session maybe. Everybody retires.
Yeah, well, everyone is. Yeah, probably they're gonna retire. Yeah, remember then I got kicked from tier two, so that dream disappeared. And I've got some insights that said that, you know, the head of this league didn't want me to win the championship.
And the race is about to start, and let's go. Oh, here we go. Oh, it's great.
Yeah, it was
Carnage.
the cleanest start ever.
It actually, yeah, it's cleaner than I thought it would be.
Well,
Okay.
I think it's cleaner than, it's cleaner than tier two. I remember a few years ago.
Yeah, the
You remember
Thunderdome.
that
I
start
remember. I
in
do.
Russia? Yeah, Tunnel Dome.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I remember
it
Russia.
earned
That
its
was
own race intro, which is quite hilarious.
yeah. That, I mean, that start was just crazy. I remember that I was watching the stream and yeah, just at the start, everyone crashing. I think there were like 5 DNF.
hmm Eversnax is joining the grid for the qualifying and race, which is great to see. He will be racing tomorrow in his own championship in Tier 2, but this is good practice for him.
Yeah, or it could join the comps booth for the third commentator, the pitfall.
Pit lane snacks. Just
Yeah.
rolls off the tongue.
But yeah, so next season are you driving Ocean Chief
I
or
don't know, actually. I
are
don't
you
know.
FT?
I don't know.
They're not, there won't be a new game. I think just a DLC.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't
So
it? Yeah, there won't be a new game, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
someone joined the VC.
Right, just some quick information from Pit Lane Snacks here. It's
Oh,
looking
good
like
evening.
we will have some interesting weather conditions as we are in Great Britain, and weather is always awful there. So that's all from me for now, and I'll give it back to you in the comms booth.
Well, that was not useful, just a interesting condition. So what does that mean?
Yes, you're welcome.
Yeah, thank you, Snacks.
Insightful as ever. I mean, what
That
would we
was
do without that knowledge? The truth bombs?
yeah. Well, yeah,
It might
well, yeah,
rain and it might not.
yeah. That's great. and useful information for our snacks. Who is also driving, so he's doing both, both journalist and driver. So
Yeah, so we're gonna have 16 drivers on track. Should be getting underway pretty quickly here as everybody is in the lobby. Yep, we've got the ready up signs. So yeah, for anyone who's just catching up, we're doing a short quali session after that sprint race, and then we're heading into the feature race. And apparently there's going to be
so
interesting conditions.
yeah, that's you know that could mean everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, so let's make a bold prediction. Who's gonna win this race?
Yeah, let's see. I don't know. It's hard to bet against Christian, but I think Noah or Tuna, the two Mercedes
Yeah, I
guys.
was going for Tuna. Yeah.
Yeah, they've been very strong all season. I know Tuna's had some issues with his computer, kind of kicking him out of the game mid race, and he's been in some really good positions. So he's got that issue fixed now. So there is every chance that if he has
Right.
a good start to the race, that he can win this one alongside his Mercedes teammate Noah. But yeah, there's a lot of guys like Percy Gilly that we saw last week. He took the win in Imola. Very fast guy. Touge, who won the sprint race, another very fast guy. And Jamie, he's on the pad, but I don't think it's that much of a disadvantage if the sprint race is anything to go by.
Yeah, yeah. But going for Tuna. It's I think this season, yeah, with the well, as you mentioned, the PC issues, but also the last one, I think he hasn't proved. Like we know he's a very fast guy, so yeah, I think he wants to do well, for the end of the season. Also, Wilder is 2026 Janab. Is he gonna predict that he's gonna win the championship this year
I
or
think
what?
it signifies a new Janab.
Ooh, okay, that's quite deep.
Yeah, and his teammate John D finished P3 last week. I think Janab finished P8, I think. So the Haas guys, it might even have been P7, thinking about it. So the Haas guys are a formidable team and are rising up the ranks in the constructors. It is sunny, so it is very interesting conditions, as Eversnacks pointed out to
Yeah,
us.
but
Wow.
it's Silverstone, so we might get some rain in like 30 seconds.
30 seconds. Flash floods. Let's go.
Yeah. So yeah. Well, I think the strategy in Silverstone should be medium software. Remember the tower being lower, compared to the other tracks. Or I might be drunk, but I think it was lower also in this case.
What do you think? Soft mediums possible, maybe, or
Yeah, well, if you listen to me, I was saying that the tower on Silverstone should be lower compared to the track, or I might be completely wrong.
so you think soft mediums possible
No, I don't think it
then?
is possible.
Well, I tell you, I tell you something. Soft tire is a choice for quali. Who knew that?
Yeah, that's a great guess, and great knowledge.
Yeah, I've been doing this a while now, and I've picked that up. Like they always go for softs in quali for some reason. This is wet.
Yeah, you're right. You should go, yeah, with the Inters on a dry quality.
It,
It provides you more grip.
it was interesting last week though, because at the start of quali it was raining. Midway through it dried up, but the track was still wet, and by the very end, some people were thinking about the soft tire, but it turned out to be the wrong choice in the end. Inters was the way to go. So it can be tough to call in changeable conditions, but for now, yeah, soft tires all the way. Dry track, these guys are going to be absolutely flying, full tilt, and I very much look forward
Yeah,
to some hot
I'm
lap
just
commentary from you.
taking a look. I'm just taking a look at our pit lane snacks. who's gonna be the first to do his first quali lap. So I think we should, take a look at him. And he's also on soft. We need to point that out.
Oh yeah, he's so.
Yeah, so let's go with him. So, well, obviously now you want to get a little bit of battery to get, a good exit to start your lap. Obviously here flat out into A gear, and then you go into second and third, which are probably one of most difficult of this track. And yeah, we could see Snacks just spinning, just going on throttle so too early, and yeah, just sliding with the rears. So I'm just taking a look at Christian. Here we go, starting the lap again. As I was saying, that turn 2 and 3 are probably the most difficult on this track because you quite lack of traction, and also onto the third corner you can't really see the apex very well. But Christian is gonna get a great slipstream from Speedy. That's gonna be very good for him heading to turn 4, where you want to get into fourth gear, just taking, hitting the apex here at the exit. I wanted to get a great exit of the corner, and then we get into cops. Of course, with these cars, you do that on full throttle on 8 or 7 gear. It depends how many RPM you want, and then you got into bags and maggots and buckets. I think, yeah, it should be the right combination. And here I think, yeah, bro, my most favorite part of the track, very fast section. You get into fifth gear and then get into the hunger straight, and yeah, you just take it into the sixth gear, and then we finally head into the final part of the track. Just being very cautious, not hitting the curb too much, otherwise your car would just fly, and Christian completed his lap on a 25.0.
Yeah, that's a great lap from him. A nice banker. 24s are on the table. I was seeing a few people saying they were doing 24s in practice. I'm watching Noah right now. He is just heading onto the hangar straight. A 102.3 sector 2. I think that's good. Icewind maybe in chat, he can confirm. But I think that is a very fast sector 2 time. So we may get a challenger here for this provisional pole position. Tuna in P2, so the Mercedes looking very fast here. Let's see what Noah can do as he crosses the line. It is good enough for, it's P4, 25.8, so not quite as fast as I was expecting.
Yeah, by by your comps, it looked like it was gonna be the fastest lap in the world, but it wasn't up for before. But yeah, just take a look at Joel. I think he's going for his lap, or maybe no. Okay, he's on none on the RS deployment, so I think he made a mistake. So who do we have on a lap? I think we got, well, Snacks probably. Yeah, he's doing his second lap. The first one, as I should remind you, he spun. So let's see. Yeah, just you can see Snacks lacking of confidence on throttle on this track so far. So enough for P12, 26.4, just ahead of Tilda by a second. And yeah, also speeding, setting at 26.1. So that's P11 for him. So yeah, that was quite a nice run. And yeah, Christian, just, in tier 1, when you see 4/10 of cup, it's quite crazy to see. But yeah, Christian, this season, I think he has improved a lot.
Yeah, he has. Oh, and Eversnack's losing the back end there out of the hairpin. Or sorry, yeah, out of the hairpin. Luffield, I believe you call that one. Um, yeah, Christian. Yeah, he's just improved. You know what it is? Consistency is key for a championship, and that's what he's had this season. We know he's fast, but he hasn't been consistently fast in Tier 1. But this season is different. He's found the formula, and he's made it stick. It's just unfortunate we didn't have Bailey Thompson around to kind of challenge him for the title. He is a defending.
Yeah, and also Justin.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, there's a few drivers not here this season. Well, Bailey has been racing, but he's had some technical issues with his wheel, and then yeah, Justin judging by his Instagram, has been gallivanting around Europe with his
Yeah,
girlfriend.
yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's traveling the world. So well, that's good for him.
I mean, yeah, he
But maybe
deserves it after 5 titles. Yeah.
yeah, he's also got the earned the money, to do that. 5 titles. So I imagine how rich he is right now. I think yeah, he's just traveling, just doing interviews and sponsor, etc. So yeah, that's good for him. SLR made him a man.
Yeah, I think he'll come back, and we might see him recharge, ready to go for another run at the title. Um, but yeah, Jamie out on track on the outlap here. He is a guy who's very fast at this track. I suspect he is going to climb up the ranks here. Just needs to nail a lap together, and
Don't tell me that. Yeah, well, who's that?
huh?
Who's that?
Jamie.
Oh, okay, okay. I thought, yeah, you were about to say Joel because he is on the outlap.
No, but Jamie's starting his lap here. Let's have a look. He's engaged ERS all the way down to turn one. Doesn't lift off the throttle. Quite easily to do nowadays. I remember games of old. It was like a real taking your life into your own hands. Going flat out for turn one. But now it's a wee bit easier, I have to say. Even I can do it. But Jamie heading into sector 2 territory. Yeah, he's slightly up on his time. And yep, heading left field. This was always a nice corner. Yeah, just getting the power down as early as possible, running out wide, using all the track, heading down to Cops Corner, burning a bit of ERS. Another corner that is quite easy to do flat out here is Cops. Not quite as easy to go side by side as we saw in the sprint race. But yeah, do you remember that used to be a real deadly corner? Like, it was like you had to lift a little bit. Only the bravest would go through flat out. I think in the actual race conditions, though, it is, depending on tire wear, you might have to lift it a little bit, especially if the tires are cold as well. But Jamie looking very good here, sector 3. He just needs to navigate these final few corners, and they're quite important for lap time. Looks tidy enough for me, gets on the curb, runs out wide, using all the track. 25.7, so does improve, goes up to P6 for now.
Yeah, I mean, by looking Jamie's lap, I'm honest, I wouldn't know where he could improve, because the lap looked very clean, and fast, but he's actually 7 tenths slower than Christian. And Christian, yeah, going through the second run of his qualifying and not quite improving by 22 thousandths of a second on his first sector. So yeah, let's take a look at Cops. And yeah, I was also about to say that on these games, fortunately, they improve. The stuff also you mentioned on Silverstone, how deadly a few corners were. But yeah, they actually improved the grip of these cars. But the tire wear is quite exaggerated when you are through the race. So you quite get the complete opposite effect during the race. But yeah, Christian not improving, just making his second sector, purple sector. So let's see if he's got a few tenths or a few thousandths of a second into these two final corners. And Christian is improving. No, it doesn't, by 11 thousandths. So Christian not improving, and that just means his first lap was quite, it was very fast and very tidy. So now it's gonna be quite difficult for him to improve, but by seeing behind him, the kind of gaps that he's got, I don't think he's gonna be threatened by anyone else.
Well, we do have McKenna out there. McKenna on a lap. It looked like he was up by almost half a second into sector 2. I don't know if I
And
can.
Pisagili.
Oh, nice, up to P2, 25 flat.
Yeah.
That is very, very tight between him and Christian for pole. But McKenna coming out of the final corner here, and it looks like it might be a good lap. Yeah, 25.6, not quite as good as we were expecting there, but puts him up to P5 for now. Jonty as well, getting a nice lap time in there, improving a little bit. P4 for him. And Tuna abandoned his lap. He did invalidate his run there, so back into the pits he goes.
I'm just now. Okay, there is nobody else. I think on the lap. I think everyone is on the in lap. So yeah, interesting quality so far. It wasn't maybe as exciting as we could have expected, at least in 2 runs. I would say, Chief. What do you think?
Well, you know, it's our job to ham it up a little bit, so maybe it's our fault. Or
No,
more
it's not. I'm
specifically
not
your
gonna
fault.
say that. Oh, my fault because I'm Italian.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Sorry.
No, but well, actually, in the midfield is very exciting. So no, but yeah, just apart from Christian Persegili, you can see how close the gaps are. So, but yeah, just P1 and P2, and then from third to everyone else, the gaps are very close, except Christian and Persegili. So
Yeah, they've just managed to find some extra delta out there somehow over the rest of the guys, but one last run remaining for most drivers. I do want to point out, Tipsy Bob has joined the chat. I'm glad to see it. Icewind's in there as well, and Snacks, of course, now racing. So yeah, they're saying Icewind says McKender for the win today. So I wonder who Bob has got for the win. He's usually pretty much on the money.
yeah, well, yeah, I'm gonna stick with Tuna. I think he's gonna get the win. Christian Persegili tried to fight, to extend the championship fight till the last race. He him taking Christian out and Tuna wins the race.
Tipsy Bob says the urge to sing "The Lion Sleeps Tonight" is only ever a whim away.
What?
Man of wisdom.
Yeah, the Frenchman type tipsy Bob.
Le Bob. Oh, we've got Kate, or no, sorry, Janab is on a lap here, so I'm going to run on board with him. He's going through sector 1, and this left-hander is crucial. You want to get a kind of wide entry and let the car run in, and then pick up the throttle as you feel the grip come to the car. Sector 1 time is about to come up here. Usually drivers would avoid a bump on this small straight, but I think I'm not seeing many people trying to avoid that bump in this one, so maybe that's been removed. I don't know. Icewind might be able to confirm. And I did not even see the sector 1 time for Janab there, but currently P11, so there is plenty of time for him to find out there. His teammate is up in P4. Through Cops Corner he goes, and then the run down to the beautiful hangar straight, making his way from Magus and Vegas. And this is a key part of the track, isn't it? This is probably the area where Persegili and Christian have excelled on the other guys. Very important to get a good run out of Maggots Beggots. And yeah, it carries you all the way down to the straight here. And again, I missed a sector time for Janab, but we will get a lap time coming up very soon. He's only got 2 corners to navigate now. As Leo Spring in chat says, sup guys? Janab crossing the line. He does improve. Wow, he improved massively there. That is great showing from Janab. Up to P4 ahead of his teammate for now.
By the way, I'm impressed how you forgot Sector 1 and Sector 2 times while commentating it.
I know. Unbelievable.
That's impressive. So I have to congratulate you. But honestly, by looking at Sector 2, I think where Christian and Persegili made the difference to everyone else, I think is probably Sector 3, I would say. Because actually, Janab set 2.0 into the second corner and was a purple sector. So I would say that the last sector is where they made the difference.
It's okay if you're wrong, which
Yeah,
you
no,
are.
no
You're
worries.
wrong. It's sector 2,
Well,
man.
if
Come on.
okay, I'm gonna check now. So Christian third sector 23.3, and Janab 23.4. I was right, Chief.
No, I think I'm right, actually. That means I'm right.
No, well, it was actually also well, sector 2 and sector 3. So I was partially right,
No,
50%.
man.
I was
Just admit it,
50%
I'm right.
right.
You're wrong. It's fine. It's okay.
Well,
It
so if you
happens.
want, I can take a look at Persegili and you can do on Christian. So we got two POVs from the two, championship and quali contenders right now. So I'm just looking at Persegili going to sector 1. Let's see where he's gonna make the big difference, and then we'll see if whether I was right or not. So 27.0. So it's not improving his first sector.
Yeah, Christian
Let's
about to hit
see,
that
does
sector time. He is down as well, just half a 10 for him.
Yeah, Perseguilin not improving, just going into cups right now. Just a little bit of sliding to the exit of turn 5. So I'm not sure if he's really improving sector 2. So third sector, that's where you have to make the difference. Oh, just got a little bit wide. Not perfect actually for him. He's improving. Yes, he is by 63,000. So he might be on pole if Christian doesn't improve.
Oh yeah, Christian got a little bit of a twitch on coming out of
Oh,
the
and
Magus Vegas.
Persegili just invalidating his lap time.
Oh no, that's huge because Christian looks like he's on for an improvement here as he absolutely sends it through that last corner. I forget the name of that corner. Stowe corner, I believe. And he's got two corners to navigate, one left, and this might be a 24 on the board for Christian. It is not, but it's tantalizing close. Pretty much 25 flat for him. And that's it. Everybody's crossed the line apart from Eversnacks, who's just about to cross and does improve up to P11. Mikander in P3, that's pretty huge. Tuna gets himself P4. And Kit in P5. That is crazy. Janab gets ahead of his teammate. I think that might be a first this season. Janab is looking very feisty here. And Tipsy Bob
Yeah,
says
and thank
Feta
you.
was...
Yeah, I was about to read
Yeah.
it. Yeah, I was equally wrong as I was right. And yeah, that's actually true. But yeah, Christian, what quality lap time? Probably he might not be so much satisfied with this lap. I think he wanted a 24. But that's Poland is closing, the championship today. So Perseguini P2, that's, right where he needed to be. And then we got Mekander, who actually decided with the ERB, I think the protest just finished when I swing, decided to leave the ERB. So now it's doing quali.
Yeah,
And
this is
that's
a first for
interesting.
him actually, qualifying, you're right. And it just shows you how fast and how far up the grid he can get in quali. So he will start in P3, which might, Icewind did say McKender for the win. That might not be a bad shout from Icewinder.
Yeah, well, I mean, Mekander probably is the most consistent guy on the grid, I would say. Especially, when it comes to tire management, I think he's probably the best on tier 1.
I don't know. I think Joel's pretty good at managing his tires.
Yeah, he's the second one.
'Cause what he does is he goes
Mm.
really slow, and then his tires are just like perfect.
Nursing the tires, Yeah.
uh,
Or maybe, because EDNF seem after turn
yeah,
one, so the
lap
tires
one.
are still
Fresh
fine.
tires every race. He's probably got the
Yeah.
tires he started the last race on in this race.
Yeah, I mean, the team doesn't have to spend, any money on tires, but on fixing the car. So, we're right into the formation lap. So let's just have a look at the tires. So where is the tires? So we got everyone on mediums except Tasto and Joel on hards. So I think probably the strategy might be medium hard or hard medium. I was wrong about the softs. No,
Seems
it
to be
can happen also to
yeah,
the
it seems like
best.
a theme to this broadcast. You being wrong.
Yeah, well, equally wrong as right, so that's better.
Tipsy says John Wick Baba Yaga Ballerina is the Tower Whisperer. He might be right on that one. I've seen a few, yeah, a few instances of him taking towers longer than you'd expect, to the point where we were like, is he using some aids, some hacks? But no, he
I
was just.
think he does.
Whoa, whoa,
We should ban him right now.
wow. Okay,
Instantly. Yeah,
that escalated quickly.
yeah.
Free John Wick.
So yeah, well, now I think it should be your turn to do the start, with this race.
What? No, I can't. No,
I did the
that's.
sprint
I did the
start.
I did the broadcast intro. It took it out of me. I don't have anything
But
left.
you said that there are soft, medium, and hard,
Yeah,
and the track has got corners, hairpins, and
left,
straight lines.
left-handers, right-handers.
So, oh yeah, that was the hardest part.
Come on, you can do
Okay,
it.
so I'm gonna do this. Yeah, just all the cars placing into the grid spot. I think nobody's gonna He's gonna start from the pit lane. We got two just got disqualified from the formation lap, probably placing his car in a wrong manner. So he's gonna start a little bit further back from his spot. So yeah, Christian TP1, he might be crowned tier 1 champion today, and persecuting just chasing him. And you probably wanna try to see if Christian can DNF for doing something bad. So 5 lights and wow, starting very quickly. With Christian get a great start already ahead of Perseguir. I don't think he's gonna fight that. And we got also the
Oh,
Ferrari.
Christian!
Oh my god, he took
Oh
him
my
out.
word!
Oh
How did
my
he
god,
save that?
Perseguir just overtook that.
Yeah, and
Oh my god.
I did see some damage there as well, but Christian is all the way down in P11. He just got caught in between the two.
Oh my god, Perseguir, what is he doing? Oh, he's side by side and with not leaving any space to the Red Bull of Tuge.
Oh my
And
word!
he
No,
got 10 seconds of penalty for corner cutting.
that is pretty big for Kid. He will not be able to get that removed because he will need to serve it in the pits once he does pit. But yeah, I think I saw some front wing damage, and I think it might have been Persigilli actually see part of his end plate missing there. So yeah, Christian and Persigilli not having the best start. Mikander in P1. So Icewind is predicted it correctly based on lap 1, but we have 25 laps to go after this one. And Persigilli and Tuge now fighting. And I tell you what, that front end plate missing for Persigilli is monumental. This is a track where you need all your front end plates, and he is missing one of them, unfortunately, and will struggle throughout this race, I would imagine.
Yeah, but also the car gets lighter and you get better straight line speed.
You're wrong.
So
Wrong.
I'm absolutely right. That's why F1 cars should not have wings, getting better straight line speed. But yeah, Mekander P1 as Tipsy predicted. So that's great prediction of that. And yeah, let's make a prediction lap, lap by lap. Who's gonna finish this lap P1? And I think Tuna will. I can see him quite aggressive. He wants redemption. He wants to win. I can see,
Yeah, there
driving.
is a lot on the line. I mean, the title's pretty much shown up, but the constructors is pretty tight. It's a freeway battle between McLaren, the Red Bulls, and the Mercedes, I think.
Yeah, and both are on points. Tuna P2 where his teammate P6. Well, but the race is long. 26 laps in Silverstone. Anything can happen. So. There is also Christian, we know is extremely fast, and for sure he might be a little bit angry right now, but you also have to remember that, he's got the champion in his pocket. He doesn't want to make any, silly mistake. He just needs to score Perseguiri by 1 point.
Yeah, and let's talk about that turn 1 incident on lap 1. I mean, Christian kind of got... It was just a bit unfortunate, wasn't it? He was in between two cars. The slightest bit of contact just knocked his car out of balance, and he did well to save that from disaster. That could have been really bad for him if the car
I mean,
turned around anymore.
by the broadcast camera, you can see that Christian actually tried to close, a little bit the space because Persegili was massively, well, not massive, but it was quite behind the apex. So I think Christian kind of expected, him to lift the throttle a little bit, but he apparently didn't do that. And also there was the RB. I think that was Jamie probably who got into, no, sorry, McAnder, who was into the inside. So, it was quite a mix of yeah, of collisions, and that's what caused the incident between Persegili and Christian.
Yeah, it was
So
quite a
yeah, quite
dramatic
unlucky
moment.
from Christian.
Quite a dramatic moment indeed. And Christian working his way through the field. We saw him pass there. Kit nursing that. There's a time penalty for Joel, but yeah, Kit nursing that 10-second penalty for. I don't think it would have been his fault. It said passing 2 cars illegally, but I think that was because of all the drama with Christian and co. So unfortunate for Kit there, and he's had some bad luck recently, but you never know. Maybe a safety car will bring him back into the race later on, but right now we're on board with Christian as he has a lot of drivers ahead on similar pace, and this is a big feature of this track, isn't it? DRS train, and it's lap 4. We have a DRS train from P1 to P15.
Yeah, also, in this kind of races where you get into the DRS zone and all the cars are so close to each other, where the gaps are so tight, you also get the engine overheating. So that's why also, even if you're quite close to the car to the car ahead and you've got DRS, you can actually make the overtake because your engine is so overheated that you get lower speed on the straight.
Yeah, that is a good point, isn't it? Yeah, we've heard drivers mention that before, and it can be very frustrating. And Feta, I want to ask you about Tisto. He is the highest guy on those hard tires. He looks like he's got up to pace. He's still P6. He just made a move in Noah there. So is this a guy that has the potential for winning this race? Because he will be on the fast tire at the end, and as he is part of this DRS train, he's not that far off McKendry right now.
Well, I mean, Testa, yeah, that's a good point. He's into P6 and he's actually on the DRS. He looks quite confident also by looking, the gap he's got with Noah. But yeah, the thing is, like, when you start on hards, the thing that you would like to have is, the mediums runner pit, and then like on the lap you have to pit. There is a safety car coming out, so you get into the pit, change the tires into mediums, and you're P1. But with the tier 1 being so close, or even if you start on mediums, it's always so difficult to overtake, even when you get into the mediums tires, the fresher tires. So I think it's gonna be, you might not have that kind of big gap that you would imagine, especially look at the rhythm of these guys.
Yeah, and Tisto's pulling away from Noah, who is now coming under big attack from Christian. He's having to use a lot of ERS to defend, but there is a big opportunity coming up for Christian if he can get a good run out of Magus Pegasus. Noah does go wide there out of Cobb's corner, and almost, yeah, he's going to have to be very careful. Christian's all over his gearbox, and it's set him up nicely here. So it looks like Christian's going to take this P7 from Noah, who has no DRS this lap round.
Yeah, also I was looking, I think, we got 26 laps, so I would imagine the pit window for medium runners is gonna be between 9 to 11, 12. And then going for the hards, yeah, 14 laps of
Oh,
hard. Oh, and Noah retired.
yeah, and that was into the pits. That is strange, to say the least. Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
So he went into the pits and retired, effectively, so not sure why he did that. He did look like he was struggling out there, so maybe technical issues, maybe Icewind is in VC
Yeah,
with
also
those
because
guys.
I think he was in P6, so yeah, that's quite weird to see, him. just retiring on to the pit.
Yeah,
I don't think
he
yeah,
literally
he just
he just got overtaken by Christian, and yeah, and then pits and retires. That's
decided that was enough for him to go. But yeah, we can see Christian already in P7. So as it stands now, Christian is Tier 1 champion. But yeah, we got McAnder just managing, he starts the ERS, he's got 80% of battery, so almost full battery, but there is also Tuna who's got 100%. So do you think Tuna, when it comes to pit window, is gonna try the overtake on McAnder, or just he's gonna stay behind for the entire race and trying, the last few laps
yeah. I
of
mean,
the Grand Prix?
I think ideally you would want to try an undercut, but yeah, it's tough, isn't it? Because if you go for the undercut too early, you're gonna miss out on a lot of DRS, and you might come out in traffic as well. So it is a bit risky. Sometimes the safe option is just to pit at the same lap as the guy ahead. But again, you're mentioning the ERS situation. Like, how does he utilize that advantage he has? He's got almost full ERS. Is it a good option to stay out on the older tires and push really hard on the end lap? Generally speaking, the undercut's much better, but I think Tuna, he's probably going to go in with McAnder, I would say. He wants to keep him in his sights and line him up for a late pass in the race. We've seen it happen where it's penultimate lap or the final lap where someone goes for the move here at Silverstone. This might be another repeat of that, but it is very difficult. You need to keep on the back of the lead guy and yeah, just be in the right spot at the right time on the last lap.
Yeah, I mean, you were speaking about the ERS, let's say, issue, but that's why Tuna has got to, to overtake McAnder before the pit window, as when you basically use all the ERS you have, or most part of it, when you're about to pit, because you want to push for that lap, before pitting.
Yeah.
So I think Tuna has got to try the overtake quite soon if he wants to do that. But I'm not sure. Like, it's lap 7. By looking at the tires, just from the driver POV, they're not looking too bad. So I would imagine, I think they're about 35%, I would say. So not much more.
Yeah, and this used to be a track. It was like always soft medium, wasn't it? And you could pretty much run half and half, like 13 laps on softs
Yeah,
or thereabouts.
the tire was so low on this track. It was actually cool because you could push every lap, but these on this game this year everything has changed. So you really have to be good at tire management. You don't have to make, any correction or mistake that could cause you more tire wear. But yeah, by looking at the tires, they look quite fine so far.
Yeah, you're turning into an old boy because you're starting to say things like back in my day, it was much more difficult and realistic.
Nah. Well, I'm getting old, so that's why.
Yeah, you're almost 30, right?
Well, I'm 20 right now,
Yeah, so
so
almost
yeah,
30. Yeah.
almost 30. Yeah, almost. Yeah.
Well,
I'm going for it. Yeah.
Christian go for another move there. So Janab lost DRS to Tisto, and that set Christian up for another overtake. So Christian now has to get that gap under control. He isn't going to DRS unless he can catch up a little bit with Tisto, but it's only 1/10 he has to catch up as Persigilli into the pits for an early stop. So I wonder if Persigilli's going to fix that front end plate. I don't. Is he? Yeah, he's going to change the wing, so that's going to cost him a lot of time. But at
Yeah, I'm
least
just
it.
looking at Testa now. He's putting a lot of pressure on Jamie. You can see, I think now we got to the point that the hearts are getting better, but also Testa is not much battery. So yeah, you can see how much straight line speed is losing compared to Jamie and the others. So that is gonna be very difficult to overtake for sure. But we kind of expected it before the start of the race.
Yeah, and what are you doing if you're the top three guys here, McKenna, Tuna, Jonty, on those mediums? Like, Are you thinking I want to go for an undercut or try something different at least? Or are you just thinking I'm gonna play it safe and do what everyone else does around me?
Well, it really depends because again, with the tire wear there is on this game, like even if you pit just a lap earlier, you might get the undercut, but then you can feel the tire wear difference. So I think ideally you would like to do an undercut, but I mean it's not so easy to do that. But at the same time, if you try to pit later and you might get two tire wear and the undercut by the other guys chasing you might be too big, and then it gets it gets very difficult to gain those seconds back.
Yeah, and I mean the guys down the order a wee bit. Sometimes it's a wee bit more tempting to them because they don't have so much to lose, but they have a lot to gain if they do go for an undercut. Janab pulled the trigger there. He was as well as Kit, but Kit had to serve that 10-second time penalty, so will come out last behind his teammate Persigeli. But Janab in P3 or sorry P13, he comes out on fresh hards. He's P13 and he's clean air in front of him. So he needs to bang in some laps here, and he might pick up a few positions here. You never know.
And by the way, you were talking about Testo earlier in the race, and Testo probably is not on the position that he wanted to be, because for him, to make this strategy to make this strategy paying off, he would have liked to to make a few overtakes while the others were on mediums. But now in he's in P3.
Oh,
Oh,
McKender,
McKendra!
no! That is that is it for McKender. He is not going to win this race.
Oh
He's
my
got
God,
it.
man! I told you, Tuna is gonna get it,
It's all
and I'm
falling in his
always
lap.
right.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, I'm always right. But yeah, I was saying that Tasto is not right on the position that he would have liked to be. He's now into P3, but he's got two more cars ahead, and then the undercut, as we were mentioning earlier, it's powerful. So yeah, he's also have to extend his stint probably till up 15, I would say,
Oh man, I
before the
feel
pit.
so bad for McKender right now with that 10-second time penalty. He just went into the pits a bit too hard, and was looking good for the race win. But now, even though if he is pretty much track, he's winning on track here. He's effectively P1 on track. Once you take out all the other guys ahead who have to pit, but with that 10-second time penalty, it's nigh on impossible for him to win this race. You'd have to pull off something incredibly special. He still has a slim chance of it, but yeah, that time penalty is massive. 10 seconds. It used to be, didn't it used to be like 5-second penalty they give for that? Now it's 10 seconds. Race destroying.
Yeah, it used to be
Back in my day,
back in my days.
eh? Oh, Tuna's in the pits. He does not pick up a time penalty. Jamie also follow him in. Christian in. Tisto, of course, staying out on those old hards. 11 lap on those hards. So yeah, he's probably going to be thinking about
Oh, and
pitting.
snacks 3 seconds of penalty.
Yikes, another time penalty. But yeah, what's your thinking if you're Tisto now? Just bang in the laps and start thinking about when you are going to pit and maximize those medium tires.
Well, you mean about McCanter or what?
No, Tisto, like he's on these old hards, but he's gonna start
Oh
he's
yeah, Tasto, yeah, yeah. I mean, I think right now with the position is now, I would just go. I would know that the undercut, for the others who split for hearts is gonna be quite big. So it will have to gain a lot of seconds. So honestly, I will go as early as possible into the pit when I know that I can finish with the mediums. I can finish the race with the mediums. So right now, I would just go flat out with these hearts, using every bit of it, and then pitting like lap 15
yeah.
and doing, I think, 10 to 11 laps on new mediums and pushing as much as possible and hoping for a safety car.
You know what? Yeah, I completely agree. But I'm looking at McKender now. He's came out of those pits with that 10-second time penalty, but 2.6 ahead of Jonty, and Tuna's a wee bit more down the road. I mean, it's still possible McKender wins this race. Like he's got 7.5 seconds to make up on these guys. It is a tall order, but the guys behind might fight a little bit. So if he can get that 10-second gap, that would be huge. That would be a massive win for McKender, who is banging in the fastest lap there.
Yeah,
28,
but
all the
just
8s.
just take a look at how the undercut was powerful, because look at Jonty. He
Yeah,
was behind Tuna and now he's ahead of 1.8 seconds, so almost 2 seconds in 2 laps. No,
yeah,
it was in 1 lap, so
yeah. That was one lap, and Janab as well, who won a lap earlier. He made up a lot of positions. He was I think P7, or P8, before the pit stops there, but now up to P5, and he does have pace in that car, but he's struggling to keep up with Tuna right now.
yeah, and also yeah, takes to 16 seconds so ahead of Mekander, so he should come out like, if he pits now, I think he should come out well, I was gonna say, well, 7 seconds to Mekander, probably the gap. Yeah, you can see already 15.6. So yeah, the undercut is just so powerful.
I was riding on board with Jamie there for Magus Begus. You could just see the car ahead, the amount of momentum, the speed you carry through those corners. Yeah, it's quite an exhilarating experience for the drivers and for us spectators watching on board. Jamie starting to pressure Janab up ahead, so Janab just needs to keep his head down. He is missing that DRS now from Tuna ahead. 1.1 is the gap as Christian sets the fastest lap of the race. Christian in P7, still able to get a lot of points here. He's got a lot of drivers right in front of him that are, yeah, ripe for the picking. There's a lot of big gaps forming here. And I tell you what,
Yeah, so
Jonty actually made up some time on McKender that lap.
yeah, but I was just looking at Mekander last lap time compared to Taisto, and Mekander's at 29.0 and Taisto at 31.0. So that's 2 seconds per lap.
Wow, yeah, that's huge, you know. Yeah, I mean, Tisto's going to come out quite far behind this lead pack. The pits here are notoriously slow and long, and feels like it forever when you're driving through. So Tisto will have a lot of work to do in the final phase of the race. Yeah, we're just over the halfway point. So, what do you reckon? Tisto into the pits now? Yep, he does. He goes into the pits and just about gets it down to the required speed before crossing that
Yeah,
line
but
there.
you know, the thing is that, we're lap now 15, and he's not gonna get that much of tire advantage, to be honest, because he will have to do 11 to 12 laps on these tires. So, at the end of the race, the hards and mediums are gonna be quite equal.
Yeah, exactly. That is. Yeah, he's going to need to bang in the laps here early and use the tire advantage. But look how far
Yeah,
he
but
comes.
look, yeah,
P9, yeah, P9. P10 actually, and just ahead of Eversnax there. So, yeah, the pits here just so long and so soul destroying. Seeing all those cars passing you by, knowing you've got work to do once you get out on track again. And he's came out right behind, not very speedy there. So P9 is and he goes for it. He goes for it quickly, and it's a bit scrappy, cutting the corner there and trying to hang it around the outside. Is that grip going to pay off? Has he got these tires up to temperature? He has indeed, and that was that was some stuff. Tisto needs to be in this kind of like this mode, doesn't he, to make these tires count? And
yeah, but it doesn't have enough ERS, so
yeah, he
that's
used a
gonna
lot of
be a
ERS
thing.
there, and he's now given Speedy DRS coming out of Maggots Baggett, so we'll have to defend from Speedy, but yeah, we'll keep an eye on Tisto, see how he does. McKenna up front though is not pulling away like we'd expected. 2.1 is the gap to Jonty, so Jonty right now is winning this race.
Well, I mean, they've got uh, the same tire. They pit at the same time. So I mean, I didn't, I couldn't have expected, much better race pace from Makander. We all know that these guys are quite close. So I would expect, more from Tuna, to be honest, because it was looking great before the pit, but now it's just 1.1 second. He might get into the DRS now, but he really needs to overtake Jonty now if he wants the win.
Yeah, and he can't afford to be fighting too much with John D, because that will just allow McKender to get up the road even more and potentially get that 10-second gap, but it's a big ask. It's 10 laps after this one. Jonty finished P3 2 races ago, P2 last week. Is he going to get P1 today?
Yeah, who knows? But only the race can tell that. So only the finish line can tell us who's gonna be the winner of this race. But I mean, maybe Makander, who knows, he can pull away just 8 seconds into the final lap. I'm not so sure about that, but we never know. Maybe he just hiding his pace just to get that extra boost in the final laps of this race.
Yeah, I tell you what, Persigilli has recovered nicely. He's up to P8 after that front wing change. Tisto now setting the fastest lap, 28.4, and yeah, closing in rapidly on the guys ahead. He's got Persigilli up there, he's got Touge as well, and then Christian further up the road. Looks like Christian's harassing the back of that Haas, and oh, the Haas getting a wide exit there. This might allow Christian to go for it. He is engaging ERS, getting behind for a bit of slipstream, and he might send it here under braking. Oh, he's brave, he's brave. He goes very shallow on his line there, and actually gets it done by Luffield. So beautiful stuff there from Christian, who is now up to P5 on the back of Jamie.
Yeah, and by the way, now there is Tuno's just 6 tenths behind, so now you can already see the difference between tire age, but also with the heart. You can see Tuna now is quite faster than Jonty, so he's just gonna deploy all the ERS, just deploy a little bit actually, but I don't think he can make the overtake here, but he really needs to put some pressure, just McAnder maybe is gonna take this opportunity to try to extend the gap as much as possible, as Jonty now is gonna be a big under pressure. You can see also here it was going a little bit wide to the final part of the track, to the penultimate corner. So now it's where it get interesting. We're getting a yellow flag. I think that was Joel at the exit of Maggots. But yeah, now Tuna, that's where he needs to make the difference at the exit of this corner. He's quite close, not enough to try the overtake, I think. In fact, he's not deploying ERS, but he needs now to make the overtake to extend the gap to Jonty, and the win is basically done for him.
Yeah, it looks like it is going to be between Jonty and Tuna this race win. But I am watching Tisto as well in the background. He got his way past Persigilli pretty quickly and is now on the back of Touge, and he's also got Janab up there as well. So he potentially could finish on the podium today. Tisto, that is.
I mean, he has to do quite a big job right now because he in P8 tire gets older every lap, and that means the lap times get lower. So
Oh, he's going for a move
it's gonna
now though.
be quite tough.
Yep, he saw the Red Bull of Touge go past Janab there, and he thought, I will follow you through now that the door's been opened for me. And yeah, we'll get Tiso up to P7 and looking fairly rapid on these mediums.
Yeah, Taster right now is looking very fast, P7, but yeah, it's quite low on battery, so I think he should take at least a lap, to recover his batteries, and then he can try the run up on the other drivers. But yeah, maybe finishing on podium is gonna be quite tough when he overtakes Huge. because then we got Christian who's actually overtaking Jamie and going into P4. So that's a virtual podium for Christian,
Yep, and that,
considering McAndrews.
I mean, you know, we've already said Christian has got the title in the bag here, but yeah, P4 will definitely do it. P3 on penalties as well, so it is back onto the podium, and that's where we tend to see Christian end up most races this season. He's had a solid season, and this looks like the race where he's going to pick up that title, and very much looking forward to hearing him.
They're still not deploying a lot of battery trying the overtake, but he couldn't. He just didn't have enough speed, and that's also what I said earlier on the race, that when you're so close to the car ride, or the engine starts overheating, especially on this track and also Monza. That's what it happens. So his train line speed is actually quite poor.
Yeah, and is there any way to combat that? Like you see it in real life, with the driver pull out of the slipstream to try to.
Yeah, I think it's also kind of works onto the game, but it's not as effective as it might be on real life, I think.
Oh, Tisto went for a move there in Sector 1. He's up to P6. That was on Touge. So Tisto P6. And now has Jamie in his sights up ahead. Also Christian. If he's able to get by Christian, he will get a podium, it looks like. But right now, Jonty doing a solid job in that. Currently P2, but McKender carrying a 10-second time penalty. So Jonty is leading this race effectively, with Tuna in heavy contention for this win. I think you're right, Feta. I think it's looking like Tuna's going to win this race, but I am supporting Jonty for this one. It would be a crazy finish to see a Haas on top, on the top step.
It's by looking at it, it's not so sure that Tuna is gonna win.
Ooh,
because you can see you can't really get Jonty past.
Yeah, that was a close moment there, as Tuna thinking about going for the move, but yeah, you're right, he just didn't have enough there, as Jonty struggling to get the grip down out of that final corner. And Tuna's closer than ever.
Yeah, Tuna now he's very close, but he just, at the exit with the door tier is very difficult to get a better exit than the car ride. But right now it looks, 3/10. I think, that's where he has to make a move right now. Yes, probably that's gonna be his best opportunity to do it, and he's gonna do it, going to the inside. He's gonna fight it back, maybe a switchback. Yes, he's gonna try it, but I think he won't do that. Yeah, Tuna with a great overtake. That's what he needed to do, and now he needs to pull away. And Joel 10-second penalty, but I think he's gonna retire on the session, and yes, he does. But Tuna right now provisional winner, but you can see Jonty, the kind of understeer you get when you're behind a car and the gaps are close. So you can see Tuna. It was faster. Just make a mistake.
Tuna, big mistake there, but I think he got away with it once again. But is he going to come under attack here from Jonty, who's too far back, so couldn't capitalize on that mistake from Tuna. So Tuna is, I've seen a few times where he's had a bit of a wobble, so this isn't over just yet, but we are heading into the final part of the race. 5 laps left after this one. 4 laps, sorry.
Also you have to consider that Jonty, he wasn't that much slower than Tuna, so he could well stay within the DRS cap to Tuna and try to overtake. I think now the best for Jonty is to recover, some energy and going for the last lap move.
Yeah, because I mean, Christian's bearing down. He was out of DRS range, but he's quickly got himself inside DRS range, and he's bringing Jamie to the party. Tisto's fallen off a bit though, so maybe those medium tires. We saw him work them quite well in the first part of their stint, but looks like he might be struggling here as he is falling back each sector. I'm seeing that gap increasing. It's now up to 1.8, so we may have seen the last of that brave, valiant charge from Tisto up the ranks.
Yeah, and also I was about to ask you, do you remember back in the days when I won Silverstone and I made the overtake in Sector 1
No, I don't remember
last
that.
lap?
No.
You do, you do. Come on, you
Who
do.
was chiefing you though? Like.
I don't remember. Yeah, it was you, it was you.
Yeah, man. The dream team.
That was great. Yeah, dream team. I think, yeah, well, my teammate was Kurlov, I think, yeah. He was, and I was against Alexander, so.
Yeah, Tino is in chat. We do have some bad news for you, Tino, because that time penalty that McKenna has is 10 seconds, and it will stand after the race. It will not be removed. That was for speeding into the pits. So.
Oh, and by the way, there is also Christian, who's just 4 tenths behind Jonty. So we actually got, yeah, also Jamie. So we actually got 4 drivers who could win this race.
Yeah, and we can never count Christian out. We know that. And yeah, he's setting himself up here for a grand finale. It's going to be a 4-way battle for the win here. Tuna, John D, Christian, and Jamie, all capable of winning this race, and just setting themselves up nicely for the final few laps. Usually, you see the overtake on the final lap for the win, but sometimes you can see them go for that move on the penultimate lap just to catch the guy ahead off guard. Tino saying Tuna going to get strong points for constructors. Indeed he is, yeah. If you can find out, Tino, why Noah retired in the pits, that'd be great, thanks.
Yeah, that would be great because we actually have no idea why he retired. He was doing well, and yeah, we just saw him going to the pit and retiring his car. But yeah, well, actually, with 4 drivers so close fighting for the win, I would actually go a lap earlier. I would try the overtake a lap earlier because you never know what can happen with the guy side. They want to overtake you and they just make you lose lots of time because of that. So if I were Chonti, I would try the overtake this or next lap.
Yeah, and if you're Christian, you want to be where Jonty is, don't you? Like, you want to get that move done soon because you do need to start thinking about that last or the penultimate lap overtake. Because it's a big ask on the last lap to overtake 2 cars, which is Christian's current situation. As he did run wide there, that was coming out of Cobb's corner.
Yeah, but I mean, I think John T is probably in the worst situation because he loses, he loses on both parties. Even if in this position he might not win and he might lose a position to Christian. So probably Christian Tooney are on the best place right now.
Yeah, and we are about to head on to the penultimate lap. McKenna is leading the race, 2.6 ahead of Tuna, but McKenna with that 10-second time penalty out of the running for the win here today. So this is it. This is the penultimate lap. We're going to see some moves here, I think. Someone's going to go for something on this lap. And it might be Christian. It might even be Jamie in P5, who's hanging in there nicely. These guys all on similar pace. And apparently Noah went to play CS, Counter-Strike, so...
Ooh.
Nice.
But yeah, well, John T deploying a lot of battery, but he's quite low. He's never been able to recover battery. On these last 10 laps with the fight or with Tuna, he's always been quite low. So that's quite a limit for him to try the overtake on Tuna.
Oh, and Christian going wide again.
Christian. Yeah, well, Christian got 50% of battery, so he might try the overtake now. He's got the battery to do that. He just needs to do a good exit, and yes, he does, and now he's deploying the battery, so he's gonna try the overtake right now. He knows he has the opportunity to get it done right now, but yeah, he doesn't have the right straight line speed.
Yeah, he's going to have to pull something special off in this last lap that we're about to head on to. But right now, Tuna leading the way and looking like he's going to pick up the win here unless Jonty can pull something out of the bag. Christian as well, mindful of keeping a bit of ERS for that attack, but he's got 2 cars ahead of him. He'd rather it was just 1 car, but Haas doing a great job in P3.
Yeah, right now actually Jonty is defending Tuna because he just 8/10 cap, so that's the perfect cap because Jonty has got the DRS to defend and it's also Tuna.
Oh,
So
Christian gonna go for it.
Jonty,
I think Christian's gonna go for it. Yeah, the Haas defending the inside line, and that made Christian go for the outside line, but brilliant defending there from Jonty. As we're getting a yellow flag there, it looks like McLaren have not very speedies. Got himself into an issue, yeah, he's one off track there. But we'll stay with this lead pack here. Tuna leading the charge. Christian almost getting by Jonty, but not quite. And he again runs wide through Cop's corner. I think this is it. I think Christian might... Oh, what happened there? Oh, Jonty has it. He has a flat tire.
Yeah.
Oof. Oh my word, that
my
is
God.
devastating for him.
Yeah. Just a lap earlier. You can see that he pit a lap earlier and he got punched. So, oh my God, that was so unfortunate.
That is crazy.
You could
Yeah,
just-
we did not expect that at all.
You could just see how he just went straight.
Yeah.
Oh my God, and we got McAndrew, yeah, who wins just on track the British Grand Prix, and Tuna taking the win by penalties, and Christian, yeah, taking second place with an overtake that we didn't expect to happen in a way like that, but he did it, and Jamie with a great podium for him.
Yeah,
So
Jonty.
Christian is tier 1 champion.
Yeah, congrats to Christian. What a great day for the McLaren guys. Takes the podium, and that's enough to seal the win on the title. The drivers is all sewn up then. Jonty did manage to nurse that Haas back to the line, gets P8, finishes ahead of Janab P9, and then Kit, I have to say, shout out to Kit, P10 for him after that 10-second time penalty. He stayed in it, and he gets a point for his efforts. Not very speedy into the pits.
Who's your driver? Who are your driver of the days?
Oh, not very speedy. He had a oh, that's why that yellow flag for speedy. He had a flat tire as well.
Oh, okay.
2 drivers picking up flat tires on
So yeah,
the final
medium
lap.
soft wasn't the right strategy to do, I suppose. But yeah, I was right. Who got the win?
Yeah, you're
Tuna.
right. Yeah.
That's why he's my driver of the day. Well, he actually deserves it. I think my driver of the day are Tuna, Jamie, and I won't go for the top 3. So I'm gonna say Tuna, Jamie, and Huge.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah. Unfortunate for McKenna with that time penalty. Would have picked up his first win of the season. But it wasn't to be today. Tuna is the Finn at the top. Christian P2 and tantalizingly close to the race win there. But we have a different winner for this one. And yeah, Jamie at his home Grand Prix P3. So that's our podium for today. And that was quite a race. Yeah, there's quite a lot happened there. Lots of different strategies playing out there. Everybody going for the medium hard, apart from Tisto and Joel, who never made it to the end of the race.
Yeah. So well, it was a good race. As you say that. I mean, the qualifying, I was, I was saying during quali wasn't as exciting as I expected, but the race was actually great. We saw plenty of moves, and also we didn't see, that kind of DRS train where that, we're quite used to see. So yeah, it was great, and it was enjoyable to commentate with you. That was great.
Yeah, it was good crack. Let's bring our
Yeah,
SLR.
let's make interviews,
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, welcome
Good
Christian.
evening, Christian.
Welcome and congratulations, SLR Tier 1 champion. It's It's done.
I
It's in the
think
bag.
I think this is a bit early.
Nah. We did our
But
math.
no, I was only leading by 36 points. So.
Alright, let's have a
But
look. Let's have a look.
well, it's the penultimate lap, right? It's the penultimate race, so.
There's
Oh no,
two
it's
races
not
left.
though. There are the two, yeah.
Ah,
You're right. Okay, so wait. So we might
ba-
have said that Christian is the no. What? No, you are. You are. I think you are. Yeah. Wait. So you finished P2, and so that's
well,
18
there's
points.
still
Then
two races left, right?
where did Persegili finished? I don't remember. Oh my god,
Seven.
out of the points, 7. Okay,
Uh,
so you got 18 points. So you got into 192, and Persegili got 145. So no,
Oh.
you are not. No. Okay, so you're not tier 1 champ.
Anticlimax. Oh
Oh my
god.
god.
Bailey was
Oh my god.
lying last week. He thought I
Y-
was leading by 45.
Yeah, yeah, that's where I got
Uh,
it from. Fake news.
uh,
Bailey
no,
Thompson.
I
What
mean,
the hell?
no, man, probably you even forgot that. Come on, Chi. Say the truth. But, well,
I
let's
wrote
speak about. Yeah,
I wrote to Bailey on Sunday, like,
yeah.
you moron, you know I'm leading by 36, not 46, right? Well, I can't do math, man.
Okay. So now, well, I thought there were one race remaining. I don't know why. Probably Stack said that to me. But okay, well, apart from that, let's speak about your race. And I want to go at the start of the race. So, from your POV, what happened with Persegili?
um, well, I got a somewhat bad start, and McKenna in P3 got he had the most insane start I've ever seen in my life, and I had Persegili on my inside, and then all of a sudden I had McKenna on my outside, and I just tried to not hit anyone, which I obviously didn't go very well because Persegili got damaged and I was around. McKenna got away with it. I'm gonna have to look at it before I can say what happened or whose fault it was, but I just think it was a 3 wide moment in turn 1 on lap 1, which is not been one on lap. A good idea, but I'm sure it looked good on stream.
It did, but I have to say credit to you, man, for saving that car. Because if that car turned any more, there'd have been a few guys behind would have plowed into you, but you managed to keep it under control somehow.
It was pure luck because I was in overtake, still on throttle. I don't know how that car went straight again. Yeah. I'm just it's P2 was a miracle today after turn 1, obviously, but I'll take. I mean, championship wise, I gained more on Persegili than I would have if it was a 1-2. So
Yeah, he picked up a front end plate from that contact where from turn one. So yeah, he had to pit then and change his wing, during his pit stops, which cost him a bit of time. But yeah, him finishing P7, you in P2. I mean, it's pretty much done, isn't it, at this point? But obviously, you just want to cross that line where it's sealed and can't be disputed. So next week, we're hoping to have a party here in VC tonight, but I guess we'll postpone it to next week.
yeah, uh, hopefully next week.
Hopefully, yeah. You never know. You
Nothing
never
bad
know.
happens in turn 1.
Okay. Well, almost a race one today after that dramatic start to the race. But yeah, next week we will no doubt be speaking to you then, Christian, and hopefully for your sake it will be talk of you winning the title and finally getting it under your belt. And yeah, but I mean you got a very proud race today, or sorry, proud. I don't even know what I'm saying. Fada, take over, please.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're getting a little bit too old, Chief. You should.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, just I don't know what you wanted to say, but well, I will just take part of it and just say for sure next week we'll talk you as the driver champion. I'm 100% sure of that. And yeah, just be proud of your race because yeah, today like after that we know also in tier one how tight the pace is, and it was a great comeback for you. So yeah, just enjoy the podium of course, and enjoy yourself, extending the lead of your championship, and see you in Singapore.
Thank you. Thank you.
Canada, Canada.
I appreciate it.
Yep.
Canada.
Bye bye.
Well, yeah, it's actually Canada next week. We swapped the tracks around Singapore and Canada, so it is going to be
Really?
Canada next. Yeah, it's Canada next week. Yeah, 100%.
Oh my god, yeah, I'm getting too old. Yeah.
Speaking of too old, Tuna is
Oh,
in chat.
Tuna. No, I'm gonna talk to Tuna, Chief.
Let's
I'm
go.
sorry.
Let's go.
Because I actually predicted you to win the race, so you should thank me
Okay,
for predicting it. And
that's
yeah.
yeah.
So, yeah, what a race for you. So, well, let's start from quali. Did you expect, to be a little bit closer on quali to Cristiano Perseguini, or how, what
I
was your
mean,
expectation?
I had a good feeling going in, and I felt a good pace, but I could kind of see it coming that, when they get the laps, it's again gonna be like 3 tenths faster, like it always is. So I wasn't really surprised, but well, more or less kind of disappointed, but it was whatever. And then, I mean, P4 on the grid was okay. I mean, it's impossible that I end up behind Mackenzie. That doesn't even prepare for these races, but it is what it is. And then obviously they had the crash, so I'm basically on the position. I mean, so then it kind of
Yeah, how was it
went.
from your POV?
Yeah, I went wide in turn one. Pretty lucky in that aspect because I accidentally went wide. I underestimated the dovetail, and then they just crashed because I think if I took a normal line, I would have probably even hit them or something. But no, I went wide and it ended up kind of helping me. And then obviously from that point, I kind of thought like it's probably there's a chance to win this race, maybe. But still, Mackenzie should have won it. It's got the it's got the 10 seconds as you saw.
Yeah, and well, also like we were really talking about, when when you are on Silverstone and with the DRS train, it is just so easy to get the engine, overheating. So was that the case also for you, or was it different? Because we saw, with Jonty when you were like 4 to 5 tenths cap, for you it was quite difficult to overtake. So, well,
I
was
yeah,
that the
honestly,
case for you? Or?
honestly, I didn't look at the engine. I thought it doesn't overheat here. I thought just Monza where it overheats, but I didn't check it. Probably it did at some point, but I mean, you just can't overtake it. It's mostly because of the tail and because the slipstream doesn't really work. So the usual case. But it's just kind of especially bad in Silverstone. I don't think it was the engine, but as I said, I didn't check, so I guess I don't know. But I thought it doesn't overheat here.
Okay, okay. So that's useful information. And yeah, well, uh, I just yeah, just next race we got Canada. We actually haven't got Singapore. I don't know why, but you probably know
We did
because
that
you're
one
the
before.
admin.
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
we
okay,
kind of switched them around.
okay, okay. So next week Canada, do you like the truck, or do you hate it
No,
as everyone else does?
yeah, I hate it. I mean, it, it's probably gonna go really bad, but at least I finally got a season where I win more than one race, so I've done everything that I can do. But yeah, I mean, Canada is gonna be totally shit on my side, but maybe Brazil could be okay. I don't know.
Yeah, so yeah, every day that passed, I'm 100%. I'm more and more sure that the only one who picked Canada was Eversnax, and he actually forced the admin team to pick it because I think he's the only one who enjoys racing on this track. But yeah, But still, congrats for this race, for Silverstone, and enjoy the win. You deserved it. You didn't get any penalties, so yeah. You also had a great pace, so hopefully, looking forward to Canada to see you on the top of the spot. And yep, do you have anything to add, Chief? Or
Just GG, big lad.
GG. Good game.
okay, that was great from Chief. Thank you for your helpful
Alright.
for your help. But
Good.
yep,
Good night. Yep.
yep. See you.
Yep. Yep. Great stuff from Tuna there. Let's bring in Jammy.
Huh? Hello, Jammy?
That noise.
You didn't expect to get interviews after getting the interview
It was the
yesterday?
timing. We were watching some great driving.
Oh dear.
Okay. So, well, you've got podium, right? No, you didn't.
He did.
Oh
Yeah.
my God,
did.
my memory is so bad. You did.
P3.
Okay. So yeah, did you expect to get the podium?
No, because I was expecting a straight line Christian today to keep the point, like the championship alive, but Percy decided to do that lap one and kill the championship. So
Yeah, but I
Uh,
mean, you got podium, so you should be happy, right?
oh yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy. Very. Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good. Was hoping to maybe win the race, but don't we all?
What was your POV on that incident in lap one? Did you see much of it?
Yes, I saw all of it. I had to avoid nearly. There was a Haas in front of me. It was one of the Haas's. I almost murdered them as they were avoiding it. But yeah, I saw them kind of veering off to the side, Kit disappearing off into the distance, and then a Haas slammed on the brakes to avoid it, and I
Yikes.
almost murdered him. Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah. Also, do you know what happened to Kit? Were you close of him? Because we saw him getting the 10-second penalty for gaining 2 places.
Yeah, he got 2 illegal overtakes, and I'm going to assume it was on Christian and Persegili. So he cut that inside corner. He cut the inside of turn 2, and then he got illegal overtakes and kind of tried to lift on the exit of turn 3, and yeah, the game kind of screwed him on that one.
Oh my God, yeah, that's unfortunate. And probably he's gonna be annoyed from that, but we're gonna hear him afterwards. Yeah, he's on interview, so. But
Yeah, it's a
but
bit
yeah,
harsh.
I mean, next week we got Canada. So what are your thoughts on this track? Do you feel confident, or do you feel horrified by just the thought of doing
Well,
it?
seeing as we're going to probably announce that the 10-second penalties won't be removed, I can't wait till I'm the one who gets it
Canada, yeah.
on the last lap. I cannot wait when I'm 9.999 seconds in the lead.
Yeah, well, that's optimistic though, you know.
And no, I actually like Canada on this game. It feels a lot better to any of the previous games.
Oh,
So,
okay. So, but do you think you like it more compared to Snacks, or?
well, I mean, Snacks needs to learn how to be able to drive around a track and not spin. So,
Oh, okay. Yeah, I agree.
so
We saw
I
him,
should be
yeah.
okay.
We saw him especially on quali. But
Yep.
yeah, so you like Canada, so I'm 100% sure we're gonna see you in P1 then next week. So already, congrats from me and Chief for the win.
Well, when you've got Christian pumping in 100 hours a week on each track, it's difficult. But we'll try. We'll try. Maybe I'll
Yeah,
cook up some
yeah.
Ferrari level strategy and it might work.
You might pay Persegili. Well,
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
you've already done it today because by the look of it. But yeah, thank you for joining interview. I think Chief doesn't have anything to add.
Nah.
So
Like him.
do you have anything to add, Chief?
Yeah, I was gonna say GG, big lad.
Thanks, man.
Well,
Thanks.
he said the same to Christian. Yeah, no.
Fair enough. All right.
But yeah, thank you for joining interview
No
and
worries.
congrats for the podium and looking
Thank-
forward to seeing you in Canada.
Thank you and enjoy the interview with Snacks.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's gonna be. Oh, okay. Thank you. And who do you wanna bring? Well, Kit or Snacks?
Yeah, we could bring Kid in, yeah. We'll save the best to last.
Good evening.
Oh,
Oh,
sorry, that was my fault.
okay. So Chief actually didn't want you to get the interview done, but I do. So good evening, Kit, and welcome to interview and to commentator's
Thank you.
booth. And
Thank
yeah, well, let's just go straight to the point. What happened with the 10 second? Why did you get the 10-second penalty? What happened?
Uh, it's skill issue. No, it's Christian and Percy got into an incident in turn one. I had to avoid it, so I took to the grass, and that was like the only way I could have avoided it. And the game gave me a 10-second for illegal overtakes that I tried to give back, but of course they were too far back. So yeah, race started well and then ended there. So it's man, retirement couldn't come sooner.
Yeah, that was really unfortunate because like me and Chief were actually very confused when we saw that. And yeah, we actually asked Chammy in the interview, and yeah, he said that that was because of Persecutely and Christian incident, and yeah, we just got the confirmation. So yeah, that was very unfortunate and quite frustrating. But we know these games sometimes, can bring lots of sadness and
Yeah,
frustration.
I'm sorry to
So
let you down, man.
nah, no worries. We're gonna have you, into the podium next week. I'm 100% sure because it's Canada. Everyone loves the track, so I'm
Mm,
100% sure you do love it.
no. Next season is our season, though. Don't worry. Even though I'm retiring.
Next season, yeah. Well, you're just Ferrari driver, right? I get,
Yeah,
I
as
get
long
it.
as Chief is not in the car.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Because you won't be winning the constructor championship with Chief on the car. I get it.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, yeah, it's a bit of an uphill battle if that's the case.
But yeah, Chief, do you have anything to say except GG, big lad? Do you have anything else?
How did you know I was going to say that? No, like I've commentated every race this season. Kid, I have to say you have shown some really good pace this season. I'm even looking at the fast laps off the race you just completed there, and yeah, you've been very competitive. I think it's just been some unfortunate incidents that prevented you from really realizing, your true kind of finishing positions, such as this race. But that is motor racing. So yeah, I just wanted to say that I admire your work from afar.
From the grandstand.
Yeah, from very far away. Yeah.
From there. Yeah. No. Yeah,
Well, the
it's
distance
unfortunate.
doesn't matter, as long as you admire him. So yeah.
Yeah. Right.
But
I've heard that before.
Sounds a
oh.
bit creepy, admiring you from afar.
Is that you outside my window with
Shh,
binoculars?
no.
But yeah, thank you, Kit, for joining the interview, and we'll see you in Canada next week.
Yeah, have a good one, guys.
Yeah, GG,
Yep.
big
Thank you
lad.
so much.
Bye bye. Yeah, to say that. But yeah, let's go with Snacks with the greatest race of all times for the greatest drive.
No. Sorry, John D. Let's do John D.
Oh,
We'll do
John T.
snacks last.
Yeah, but okay, I didn't even see John T. But yeah, good evening, John T. And well, what happened with the we saw the puncture, but what what was your tire wear at the last lap?
Yeah, it was going into the last lap. It was 78.
Jeez.
So it could have been worse. So, so yeah, it's sadness and misery that I get a puncture right at the start of the danger zone, so to speak.
Yeah, where was
Yeah.
it? From memory, it was like coming out of Cobb's Corner and then heading into Maggots Beckets. Is that right?
Yeah, I got the puncture immediately on the exit of Cops, so I knew what was about to happen when I was going towards Maggots and Beckett. So I just thought, yeah, best I just stay to the left, let those guys behind me go through, because I'm gonna cause an accident if I try to go through the actual corners as slowly as I would have had to do. So yeah.
Yeah, up until that point though, it was looking like a great race from you. I mean, you were in contention for the win right up to that final lap. Were you thinking that it was possible even at that junction? With the tire issues aside, were you thinking it was possible, like you were potentially going to go for that overtake in the last lap?
I think like with 4 laps to go, I thought so. But once Christian came up behind me and started pushing me along, didn't allow me to save ERS as I would have liked to, and yeah, then I thought, yeah, then I thought that the only thing to do now is just to try and keep him behind, which I was pretty confident after the defense, after the Hamilton straight. I was pretty confident that I could keep him there, but yeah, the puncture had other ideas,
Yeah,
unfortunately. But
yeah, and we caught that on stream. That defensive move, that was great. Just exactly what you needed to do, but unfortunately the tires didn't hold out. I want to also speak about your teammate Janab. Out qualified you today, P6. Brings it home in P9 just behind you. So yeah, another solid haul of points for you guys, but could have been so much more, John D. But that is just how it goes, I guess. Yeah, and yeah, a bit annoying for you being so close to a race win. I was secretly cheering you on there, I have to say. But it wasn't
I
to be.
appreciate it.
Wasn't to be.
No, not this time, I'm afraid. Maybe another day. But yeah, Janab, absolutely. I mean, I wasn't surprised he outqualified me because he was very very fast in practice as well around here. So I thought going into this that it could be either or really. So yeah, not. He did very well in qualifying to pull the lap out, even though he was very unhappy with it as well, because he felt like he did the lap of a lifetime, and it was only a, what was it, 25.5, 24.5? Yeah, 24.5. So a thousandth faster than my lap was,
Wow.
which
Okay.
also had some improvements. It wasn't my PB around here either, so yeah. But yeah, he got unlucky at the start, and he got a bad start, and then just got tangled up, and yeah, he wasn't lucky in the race today. Yeah, so he was quite unhappy about it, as I understood. Unfortunately, so.
Yeah, it could have been so much better, couldn't it? But there was, you could see the potential was there anyway. We're heading into Canada next week. Is that a track that you're looking forward to or not?
It's a tricky question. I think it could be here or there, really. I mean, I think the track is kind of fun, but it definitely needs a well-balanced setup for sure, and I think that's gonna be, well, it might be difficult to achieve a fast and balanced setup there, I feel.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we do look forward to the Haas guys on track every race, so be looking out for your next race, John D, and good luck with that. Unfortunate for what happened there in the last lap, but sure. On to the next one, and we'll speak to you soon, okay?
Yep, that happens sometimes, and thank you, and see you next week.
Yep, speak soon. Last but not least, let's go. It's Eversnacks. Sorry, Eversnacks, we brought you in under false premises the last time, but this time we are going to talk to you. Tell us about your race, how'd it go?
Yeah, I mean, clearly you've saved the best for last.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I mean, I had fun. It was a good race. I felt really confident at the end of qualifying because that was not the best lap I could do. There were still some mistakes in there. I think I could have gained a bit more time. I was in VC with Jemmy. I was like, hey, I almost got you there, but little mistake in the final corner, I think, and I lost a bit of time there. But yeah, really happy with the qualifying time. And then, the race went all right. The race start was a bit of a mess. I think there was a collision at the very front. And I just, there was no way I could put my car around that because I had cars on the left and on the right after a good race start. So I was just, kind of caught in the middle there. And from then on, just hanging inside people's DRS. I tried to hang on to the train at the start, but it just couldn't hang on to them forever. And then I was just fighting Speedy the entire race, pretty much. Yeah, it was a fun one. And I'm feeling quite confident for tomorrow.
Yeah, just finish just outside of the points, but yeah, it's always good to do a race before the big event, your own tier, which is tomorrow. Are you hopeful of a win there? Because I'm looking at the registration and yeah, there's quite a few drivers not driving tomorrow, but you do have your teammate who is on the charge recently, Pep Batman. I tell you what, I was looking at the drivers' championship for tier two. You're not that far off, Pep Batman. 13 points, 12 points ahead of John Wick. You're P2 currently. Are you not thinking that it's possible, or have you given up on the dream?
Well, the funny part is last week I thought that and I didn't practice, which turned out to be a mistake because I was still quite close, I think, to the pace of the front guys. We'll see about tomorrow. I didn't have time to practice still, but with the race today, which went quite all right, I'd say I might have the pace to challenge those guys. I mean, Simsaurus has come back as well. He's very fast. I think he said that Silverstone's not quite his favorite track, but you can never believe when those guys say that.
Yeah,
So
they say that every race.
I expect the others to be fast as well tomorrow, but I know I've got some pace. It shouldn't be too bad. I just have to avoid a puncture.
Well, I think we're just waiting just for next week. Canada. It's our best track, so expect full domination for you. From you.
Yeah, I'm quite worried because now towards the end of the season, I really just I can't put in the time to practice, which kind of sucks. But sometimes I go even faster if I didn't practice, and I've already done a race in Canada during this season, so I might just be fine. We'll have to see about that one. But if we focus on tomorrow, I think that should look okay, and then we'll look
I
towards
mean,
the next one.
let's make a deal. If you don't get at least a podium, we won't get Canada ever again.
Oh God.
I mean, Chip
Oh
is here,
God.
and it's gonna be.
I will fight whatever decision comes out of this.
Yeah.
I refuse to make any deal that could take Canada out of any calendar.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know why I don't know why people don't enjoy Canada. I think it's a very fun track. I love the chicanes.
No, I mean, honestly, yeah, I think it's a good track. He just quite annoying with the track limits, I would say. But yeah, I quite enjoying the track, but like I'm not enjoying as much as you do, for sure. But yeah, with the track limits, it's not great, especially the last chicane, the fast one.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
yeah, it's so easy to get the warnings. But yeah, I mean, overall, the season's coming to an end. So, what would you rate from a scale from 1 to 10 your season?
My season, my own.
Yeah, yeah.
It wasn't really that great. It was just mediocre the entire. I mean, I've changed my name to P4 Resident, and there's a reason for that. I haven't really been going for the race wins this season. I'll give myself a 6, I think. I haven't been crashing, but I haven't been really fast either. I think there's some room for improvement, but I also think I have been improving. So maybe next season.
Well, I mean, you're still fighting for a championship, so
Well, yeah, sure.
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
Just
Well, but
those guys, they feel
we
so
know
fast.
you're gonna cry. Yeah. You keep crying
I
until
always
we
do.
win
I
the
always do.
championship.
I have to.
I get it. So yeah, you know, we know you very well,
I'll
Snacks.
take the
So
championship and I'll report Viz for it.
yeah, no, yeah. That's great. But yeah, just wanted to say, looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. See what you can bring and what you can do, and also yeah, see you next week.
Yep. All right. Thank you.
GG, big
Yeah,
lad.
thank you.
Fedavara, have a
Yeah,
look in
just
Tier
like that.
1. Tier 1 General, have a look in there. The results have been posted. We've an updated driver standings, and I'm looking at this, and there's a 51 point gap between Christian and Persigeli. Has he taken the title or not? I'm very confused.
Wait, 51. Wait, but wait a second. So, Christian finished to what position today?
P2, but also the sprint race he
P2?
finished.
Oh,
Yeah,
there is also the sprint. That's why. Yeah, I didn't count the sprint race.
the
Well, with 51 points, the fastest lap doesn't count anymore. So
exactly.
we
Yeah,
got 2 races to go, right?
yeah,
We got Canada and Brazil. Well,
yeah.
so it should be. Yeah, it should.
There you go.
He is. Yeah.
Yeah, so Christian wasn't aware when we did the interview, but it looks like, yeah, we can officially declare Christian the Tier
Yeah,
1
but
champion.
because like we count, like we, if you remember, we counted after the sprint race the points that he's got on
Yeah.
that. So we say yeah to score, 1 more point compared to.
Oh, yeah, so he got 3 points in the sprint race. Persigili didn't score any points in the sprint. So he got.
Yeah, so I think he's officially tier 1 champion.
Okay, well, we will see the celebration for next week, I guess. But, yeah,
Yeah,
Christian
we will. Yeah.
is the season 19 Tier 1 champion. First title in the bag for Christian. And
Yep.
yeah, 2 races left, so he can enjoy those 2 last races without all the pressure of the championship looming over him. But the constructors is still up for grabs. There's plenty of points still on the table, and we've got. Let's have a look at that. That's actually no, that's the wrong one.
Yeah,
Tier 2. Mercedes 223 points, McLaren 203, Ferrari 186. So Mercedes looking good for that title. That makes me wonder why Noah quit today, because those points would have
Oh yeah,
been.
Christian. By the way, sorry for interrupting, but yeah, Christian forgot the sprint counted.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
GG, big lad, I guess.
yeah. That's the word. The phrase of the day. GG, big lad.
Yeah, so congrats to Christian. Yeah, we'll get a proper chat with him next week to celebrate that. Um,
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's it, Fedivar. We're gonna sign off. It's been another great race. We've been streaming for over 2 hours. Would you believe it? Two hours and 10 minutes. So we both deserve a break. Rest our voices
Yeah,
for the next.
yeah, and always the interview, is longer
Yeah.
than the race itself, so that's always fun to notice. But yeah, it was a pleasure to commentate with you, Chief, as always. So yep,
Yeah. So tomorrow we got Tier 2 race. Ever Snacks in contention for the title there, but Pep Mapman is the man to beat. John Wicks also on it and looking like he could take the title in the final few races. So tune in for that one. 2000 CET. That's tomorrow for Tier 2 at Silverstone. So expect some fireworks there, and then we've 2 races left to see out the season. So I'm hoping Tier 2 goes down to the wire. But for now, Tier 1 is all sewn up with Christian taking the title with 2 races to go. So GG, big lad. Good night, everyone.